Out here on the edge of town, a man's mailbox is sacred. It marks where your land starts and where you don't take any nonsense past it. My ranch sits on a winding country road that curves off from the new upscale HOA community they planted a few years back. Since they moved in, my mailbox has taken more hits than a rodeo clown. It started small, just the usual teenagers or a careless Amazon van clipping it once or twice a year. But once the HOA security patrol started cruising my road, the mailbox became target practice. They'd drift too wide on the corner, knock it off its post, and not even slow down. I fixed it 3 times in 2 months. By the 4th, I started taking notes. These HOA cops, really just hired rent-a-guards, had little badges, light bars, and enough attitude to think they were county sheriffs. They'd speed past my ranch pretending to be on patrol for neighborhood safety. But in reality, they were just bored wannabes flexing fake authority. They had no jurisdiction past their own gates, certainly not on my land. I tried talking sense into their HOA president, Karen, because of course it was Karen. I invited her to the ranch, showed her the busted mailbox, the tire tracks on my fence line, the security footage of their patrols tearing up my ditch. She sipped her sparkling water, waved her hand, and told me, "If you don't want accidents, you should move your mailbox." Move my mailbox? The mailbox that's been on my family ranch for 70 years? Not likely. So I went to work. The next Saturday, I poured a 5-foot hole and planted a 12-foot steel pipe right where the old wooden post stood. I welded a plate on top and bolted my new mailbox. A pretty red cast-iron box that looked innocent enough, but inside it was reinforced with half-inch steel walls. The whole setup weighed about 400 pounds, sunk in concrete so deep it might as well have been anchored to bedrock. Then I waited. A few nights later, around midnight, I heard the familiar crunch of tires on gravel and the faint flicker of those fake blue lights. I sat on my porch swing, coffee in hand, as the HOA patrol rounded the bend way too fast. Wham! The thud echoed like a gunshot. Headlights bounced, sparks flew, and that shiny HO SUV skidded to a stop 30 feet up the road, steam pouring from its hood. My mailbox, not so much as a scratch. I strolled down the drive as the patrol guard staggered out, clutching his radio like he was about to call in the National Guard. He stared at the crumpled bumper, the dented hood, the broken light bar dangling by wires. "You okay there, deputy?" I asked, hiding my grin. You can't do that," he sputtered. That's vandalism." I tapped the mailbox with my boot, solid as a tank. "It's a legal mailbox on my legal property. Maybe stay on your side of the line next time." He called the real cops. When the county sheriff rolled up, an old buddy of mine, he took one look, laughed, and patted my shoulder. "Guess your mailbox gave him a lesson in private property." Karen tried to threaten me with HOA fines, demanded I remove my hazardous structure. I sent her a copy of the county's postal code, showing my mailbox was perfectly legal, height, setback, everything. I even offered to bill the HOA for the damage to my fence line over the last few months. She never responded. Funny thing, the HOA patrol doesn't speed past my ranch anymore. Now they crawl by at 5 miles an hour, hugging the inside lane like they're scared the mailbox might jump out and bite them. My mail stays safe, my fence line stays whole, and my coffee tastes a whole lot sweeter on my porch these days. Out here, some things are worth defending, and sometimes that thing is a steel post with your name on it.